Hey guys, I hope you're having a great morning. I miss you already. A couple of things I wanted to talk to you about today. I'm really proud of the work that you did on your test. We've got a 71 class average, which is basically at a meets. I know I've already shown all of you, but you know that when you pull up your average, you need to go into view by element, go in and look at any areas of concern for you. When I look down the list of our elements, I can see that our biggest area of need is effects of the Civil War, which is actually really convenient because we're about to start working even more on effects of the Civil War. Our next unit is called Reconstruction, A Nation Reunited. We'll be getting to that in just a minute. So other than that, we're pretty strong, especially with Uncle Tom's Cabin and John Brown, with major leaders of the Civil War. Our weakest area here was major campaigns, making sure that we can talk about the important events of the war: Fort Sumter, Gettysburg, Appomattox Courthouse. Also, a lot of us struggled most of all with the important man-made places, being able to identify those spots on the map. You guys need to be able to find Gettysburg, label it on your map. You need to be able to identify the capital of the Confederacy. So be sure that you are doing the work that you need to do to make sure that your notebook is ready to go and you can retest and improve your scores. A couple of questions that I wanted to address with you all, because they were items that were missed by the most people. Question number 9, it wasn't number 9 on your test, but question number 9, what was the main goal of Abraham Lincoln at the start of the Civil War? This is an important question only because I think you are misunderstanding the word choice. You guys remember that the goal of Abraham Lincoln at the beginning of the Civil War was different than the goal of Abraham Lincoln at the end of the Civil War. Remember that the Emancipation Proclamation changed the goal of the war to be to end slavery. But when the war first started, the goal of the war was to maintain the Union. This question was only correct by 39% of our class. At the end of the Civil War, the nation was reunited, but the southern states still had to do what? So this addresses what the South had to do to become part of the Union again. We'll be talking about that as we begin our Reconstruction unit. It'll come up in your movie, so that would be something to pay attention to and add to your notes. The Civil War affected the northern economy remember guys, what the Civil War did to the South was very different than what the Civil War did to the North. The Civil War was more helpful for the North because the North was strong in industry, and industry meant producing war materials. So the Civil War affected the northern economy. I think the biggest problem that people had with this question, and this is why I'm going to go over it specifically, is the wording of the answer choice. Stimulating industrialization are two big words that we might not be used to using. To stimulate means to make it produce more, to kind of start it up. Industrialization, even if you're not familiar with that word, you know the root word, industry. So stimulating industrialization means to make more industry, and that's what happened in the North. Lastly, the last question that the most students missed was, why did Southerners argue states' rights were violated by the abolition of slavery? Remember that it wasn't that the southern states wanted slavery everywhere. It's that they believed that each individual state should be able to choose whether or not slavery was legal. And that was their belief in states' rights. This was a big area of concern for a lot of our classmates, so please be sure that you're prepared to answer those questions when you retake your test. Today, you guys are going to be watching a movie on Reconstruction, and you're going to have a chance to start working on your title page. You may today start working on the title page while you're watching the movie. However, I've told your sub that my expectations are that you are silent during the movie. You can have your colored pencils out and your notebooks and be working on your new title page, but you need to not be talking because you need to be paying attention to the new information you're getting from the movie. Get some ideas about what should go on your title page. those are my expectations for today. I know you guys will do great. Please be respectful and kind to each other. Take care of our classrooms, and I will be back for another video tomorrow.